Good morning, viewers. This is Naga Lakshmi. I'm here to discuss with you few questions that had appeared in UGC NET 2019 June exam. So, in my upcoming videos, I would be discussing about the syllabus, sub-concepts, and then we will have a conceptual discussion. But my very first video, I thought we would have a discussion on the question paper because that will help us to understand about the pattern of the question paper, what kind of questions might be asked in the examination. Not only in the June exam, if you have a glance at the previous year question papers, it is well understood that UGC NET always tries to focus upon three important aspects. One is memory based questions, the other is logical based questions, the last one is conceptual, like case studies. So, reasoning part, case studies, maybe trying to have a discussion on the concepts would help. But memory based, we need to sit and actually remember certain important aspects. So, what are those important aspects like definitions, provisions, and few important topics like who is the present chairman of so and so? All these aspects would be discussed accordingly when dealing with the said topic. So let us move to the very first question that had been asked from jurisprudence unit. Look at this question. Who defined jurisprudence as the knowledge of things divine and human, the science of just and unjust? So before I discuss about the question and also the answer, let me first explain to all of you about what is jurisprudence. See, whenever we use the term prudence in the ordinary language, हमें क्या बोलते हैं? Prudence. एक reasonable prudent man की तरह behave करो बोल के बोलते. मतलब prudence is knowledge, whereas juris का मतलब क्या है? Law. Jurisprudence ये तो एक Latin term का है. This is derived from two Latin terms, juris and prudence. इसका मतलब ये है कि नॉलेज इन लॉ. जूरिस्प्रूडेंस का मतलब नॉलेज और स्किल इन लॉ. इस डेफिनेशन, जूरिस्प्रूडेंस टर्म की डेफिनेशन ने बहुत लोगों ने डिफाइन किया, बट दे हैव डिफाइंड in different ways. So Ulfian and Paulus were the initial jurists who tried to define the jurisprudence term by giving that eternal value to the law. So this was criticized because they tried to define the law completely in terms of nature, as if derived from the nature, and people should obey it. And they thought that law is nonetheless. It is a rule and regulation that has the divine sanction behind it. Okay, so because of which Austin had criticized it on the ground that it is lacking empirical value. But anyways, we are going to discuss about this concept in detail in the further videos whenever we discuss about the schools of jurisprudence, that is analytical school, historical school, and sociological school of law. Okay, so the answer is Ulfian defined jurisprudence as the knowledge of things divine and human, the science of just and unjust. Even look at the last sentence, last part of the sentence also, science of just and unjust means just and, see, actually it goes of wrong and right, no? So in the given in the question paper it was asked as right and wrong, but Ulfian defined it as science of just and unjust. Okay, now moving to the next question, which has been asked from the comparative public law and systems of governance. This is a very new concept that has been added to the NET syllabus. Initially we don't have this comparative public law, and this is a new unit which needs more emphasis by all of us because we have very less idea about the foreign countries public law. See, law is usually of two types. एक तो public है और the second thing is private law. Public law is also called as municipal law. Okay, so municipal law is something which deals with the administrative functions of the organs of the government. Okay, so in this we have many sub-concepts. So whenever I'm going to deal with this 10th unit, I would be dealing in detail. Before that, now this question says about which country was the first country to establish the office of Ombudsman. So it is Sweden. This is a very basic question. If you see, Ombudsman is a sub-concept, and then from that, the very basic question of which country has established was asked. Answer is Sweden. Now moving to the next question, which has been asked from the same unit, that is public law. Which of the following provisions from UDHR deals with the civil and political rights? What is the meaning of UDHR? UDHR का मतलब ये है कि यूनिवर्सल डिक्लेरेशन ऑफ ह्यूमन राइट्स. In the year 1948, United Nations was asked मतलब यूनाइटेड नेशंस ने सभी मेंबर नेशंस को बुलाया in order to look and implement for the human rights. Okay, so this is a declaration that had been announced by all the member nations to support United Nations for the purpose of protecting and implementing and ensuring that the human rights in any member country would not be violated. So Article 3 to 21 deals with the civil and political rights. Now the next question is schools of Muslim law. From the family law unit, there were two questions asked. Look at the first question. Which of the following is not a sub-school of Sunni school of law? Say we have two schools of law, Sunni school of law and Shia school of law. See, the Sunni school of law has four sub-schools. One is Hanafi, the other one is Maliki, Shafi and Hanbali. Jaid is not a sub-school of Sunni school of law. Jaid is a sub-school of Shia sect. Henceforth, answer is Jaid school. Jaid school is not a sub-school of Sunni school of law. This is also a very basic question, I felt, because if you look at the syllabus sheet, in syllabus sheet it is clearly mentioned that schools of law, schools of Muslim law was mentioned. So the schools, whenever we study in the syllabus sheet about schools, then we will definitely go through as Sunni and Shia, so sub schools. But what we usually do when we prepare is that we don't go in detail, because we are more familiar with the Sunni school of law. So we just try to confine ourselves, but Itna Ashriya and Jai school, the sub schools of Shia school will usually will not be given much importance. That's the reason whenever we are preparing for UGC NET, we need to be very thorough with the basics in order to crack NET also for JRF. Okay. Now the next question is, this is not so easy question, but still comparatively I think when compared to the NET standards, this is also a very easy question asked. Which of the following is a sine qua non for Mars ul Maut? Firstly, let me explain you what is the meaning of Mars ul Maut. Mars ul Maut means deathbed gift. See, the name itself is saying that it is a gift given by a person who is on deathbed. Now suppose if I have to gift something when I am on deathbed, what is required is the question. Okay, what is required? I must be on deathbed. So simple as such. Henceforth, answer is there must be apprehension of death. See, I did not remember the options. It was prepared before the releasing of the display of the question paper, but the options were not so easy, so as I had put here. So you can just have a look at the question paper. Once it is released, I will also put the original question paper and we will have a subsequent discussion on that. Okay, but I hope you understood this answer. Apprehension of death is the answer for the sine qua non of Mars ul Maut. The next one is, who are the propounders of constitutive theory of recognition? Now, recognition is pertaining to the state. In order to recognize a state, there are two theories. One is constitutive and the other is declaratory theory of recognition. Answer to this question, Hegel, Angelot and Oppenheim are the propounders of the constitutive theory of recognition. Okay, now the next question is intellectual property rights and laws. Okay, see, this IT law is a very new concept that has been added to the UGC NET and also for other competitive exams, like most of the law students would be preparing for even junior civil judge exams also. So even in junior civil judge exam we could see IT लॉ से बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस आ रही है आजकल. So intellectual property rights, IPR. Intellectual property is the property that is derived out of the intellectual nature of a human being. तो ये क्या है intellectual nature? मतलब हमारी ब्रेन से जो क्रिएटिविटी रहता वो क्रिएटिविटी के लिए प्रोटेक्शन दे रहा लॉ वो ये इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रॉपर्टी राइट्स. आई एम ट्राइंग टू हेल्प आउट द viewers who are from the Hindi background. I'm not so perfect with teaching in Hindi, but still I'm trying to help out the persons who are watching this video whose mother tongue is Hindi. So now looking at the question asked, which provision of Trademark Act 1999 deals with the registration of trademark? Despite maybe few of you had an idea about trademark, I want to just give you the basic idea about what is trademark for those who do not have an idea. By giving a simple example rather than discussing in terms of definition, you wear a watch, it will have some name, logo, brand, okay, that is nothing but trademark. Now what is trademark? It is a sign or combination of signs that is capable of differentiating the product, one product from that of the others. Okay, now fast track watch, we try to identify watch by its name, whether it's fast track or Titan or any other watch. Okay, like for example maybe Prestige cooker or Panasonic TV. So these all are the names of the brands. That's how we try to identify the products by the name. Otherwise TV is going to be a TV, right? Now, what trademarks are not registrable, section 9 speaks. Okay, so section 9 of Trademarks Act, for example, already there is a brand by name Fast Track. Now, I can't go and again register on the name of Fast Track or Panasonic or Sony and all that. Okay, that again, as I told you, this is a very sample video that I have uploaded in order to give you a glance of paper pattern. In my upcoming videos, I would be discussing more in detail about choosing the sub-concept and then having an in-depth discussion about it. Okay, now the next one is offences against public tranquility. This concept has been taken from Indian Penal Code. सो इंडियन पिनल कोड यूनिट में बहुत सारे टॉपिक्स है, उसमें से 2 क्वेश्चंस आ गया. मैंने एक क्वेश्चन डिस्कस कर रही इधर. व्हाट इज द पनिशमेंट फॉर काउंटर फीटिंग अ कॉइन? आंसर इज 7 years और फाइन. ओके, सो काउंटर फीटिंग का पनिशमेंट or punishment for theft, extortion, this kind of questions had been repeatedly asked in the previous question papers. Every year we could see one, not exactly punishment, but still like punishment for rape and all that. But if you see 2013 and post Nirbhaya's incident, many for almost like 3-4 years continuously about rape and amendments to Indian Penal Code and CRPC had been asked. So it means that we need to update ourselves with the recent changes. That is also one of the important factors. So in my next video, I would be starting with the very first concept unit, that is jurisprudence, where I would divide the 10 sub-concepts in the with the help of flow charts and like PPT only. I will be displaying the notes and all that. I hope the notes would be helpful to you. So we will also have some discussion on the previous year question papers, parallelly discussing the sub-concepts. Thank you.